Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda. This is Nepwood at Home. If you're brand new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So I just wanted to do a really quick video for you guys. I know it has been a hot minute since I have been able to record anything for you guys. So much has happened that it's kind of crazy, but that's kind of how life is, right? So end of September, end of August. Anyway, at some point, we all got COVID, so that was fun. And then after dealing with all of that and realizing that we had literally sunk all of our savings into our business and really didn't have any like on-hand savings, so we had a lot of, we just weren't liquid, you know. And that for me was like kind of like, you definitely need to have more cash on hand kind of assets, especially when you're talking about, you know, like illnesses and that sort of thing. So that kind of changed how I was doing stuff. So to that end, I started applying for jobs, and because of our needs here at the house, and especially with Hagrid, who's still a puppy, I know he's like, he'll be 2 in February, but he's still very puppy-like, and he still eats the couch, which is extremely frustrating. Yesterday he chewed up a bunch of stuff that he should not have chewed up. It's just gotten to the point where it's even difficult to leave the house for a few hours without him trying to destroy something. So I wanted to work from home. The other thing is that my husband's Blazer is not done yet, so we still have one car. So if I have a job working in the city 9 to 5 or, you know, whatever, that also makes it difficult for Roger to get to and from work. So I needed something working from home is the gist. So I started to apply and I got a job. So I now work from home, and that's been fine. But it's made it so that's really hard for me to make a lot of videos. And of course I didn't have a lot of things banked video wise because I'm actually very sporadic and kind of off the cuff, and so I never know what I want to do anyway. But I need to get that set aside as well. So the idea of behind me going back to work is that we can get more into savings and get things paid off and paid down, because as you know, we want to relocate. So all that being said, that's what I've been doing for like the last month, is working from home and being trained. And yeah, it's been delightful. Yeah. So I do get to work remotely from home, which has been really nice. I do love the fact that during breaks I can clean up or I can get things prepped for dinner. That part's been awesome. The actual job itself is yet to be determined. We'll see how it goes. So I wanted to do a really quick video for you guys before I have to go start my computer and get ready to clock in for work. I just want to do a quick video for you guys. So one of the pieces that I want to show you is actually from my best friend. She found it at an estate sale or a yard sale or something, and she picked that up for me. The other is something my husband just got for me yesterday. Today's Halloween, so happy Halloween. And I have a couple already, but I don't think I have one this big. So I'll show you that. And then the rest I'm going to show you is actually from my friend's grandparents' estate sale. So if y'all remember, if you've been with my channel for any length of time, you know that during the summer I was doing some babysitting for my friend. Her and her husband at the time, they're still married. Like, I mean, but at the time that I was babysitting, they were active duty military. They have since separated from the military. And since they're both very, very young and didn't have any like person that could watch the baby because their nanny quit, go figure, I stepped in and was watching the baby. So that's what I did all summer. So her grandmother had passed away a couple years ago, and her grandfather is, of course, just, it's too much for him to to deal with on his own. So they were like, they had an estate sale roughly. So she sent me pictures, and of course her grandmother, bless her, had milk glass. So her grandmother even has a special place in my heart. And so I purchased the milk glass items from my friend's grandmother's estate sale. And so that's how that goes. So I'm going to show you what I got, and I'm super excited because it's just more stuff that I'll be lugging with us to our new adventure. But they're also pieces that are special because they're my friend's grandmother, and my friend and I are very, very close. She's like a daughter to me, and I don't have any daughters. So I love her to pieces, and you know, she'll always be family to me, and her daughter will always be my grandniece. And so, yeah. So I will show you what I got from my friend. So this is Ellie Smith. And it's just a toothpick holder. And of course it's Daisy and Button. Isn't that pretty? And it has an inscription on the bottom. And so, and it says, I know can't see. My husband says, look down through the bottom part of your glasses, but it doesn't always help. Keepsake from Grandma Staten to Terry. And then that person passed away 5/13/96. So, Ellie Smith. And I think this is also an Ellie Smith piece. And it's just a little dish. Excuse my fingernails. I just haven't had time to paint them. So like horrible, of course. And there's that. And it does have 3 little feet. 1, 2, 3. And super cute. Reminds me of like a little cauldron pot. Love this piece. Oops. I also got a new Westmoreland basket. And you know how much I love my panel grape. Isn't it cute? And of course, you know, I have more of the, I think I have another one just like this one actually. I know for sure I have a round one, but I'm pretty sure I have an oval as well. So that's super cute. I just scared my cat. If you hear the paper, I apologize. My cats love laying on flat paper, especially Luna, but she got kicked out of her spot by Jenny, who is now, I think that's Jenny. It could be Molly. Anyway, they take over her spot. And then she had an Anchor Hawking bubble bowl. So of course, you know, I had to grab that. Oh, it's Molly. So love that. And I have a few others, of course, but there's always room for more. And the last thing that I got, I also picked up a couple of like the milk glass steins, but her family lives in Clinton, Oklahoma. I live in Mustang, and I wasn't able to make it to the estate sale because we had to work. And so they brought the stuff down to Chloe's, and that's where I picked it up from, and they'd forgotten the 2 mugs. So I'll have to show you those another day, but they're literally the same. I think they're Indiana glass mugs, and they look like little white steins. I have other ones that are iridescent, and I think I've shown them before. So you'll just have to, like, you know, flip through another video, I guess. The last thing that I got, other than those 2 steins that are not here, is this. Oh, and it is, I need to wash it. It's been sitting on my counter. But it is a punch bowl. Now this is the Jeanette glass punch bowl. It came with its ladle. The Jeanette one is a little bit different than some of my other punch bowls in that it only came ever with 8 glasses, or 8 cups. Most of my other ones came with 12. This one literally only came with the 8. And I think it's because it has this narrower top. Like, this is a much narrower top than a lot of my other punch bowls. And so it has that kind of curvy shape. But this also came with the cup holders. Ooh, and lots of noise apparently. And so I have 8 little cups like this. And then let's see if I can do this. Oh. And voila. And so you would take the little cups, and you would just, like, you know, put them all on the outside, and then you could just get your punch and you would scoop it. So that was super exciting because I did not have don't think I have much Jeanette glass. So I was really excited to see this one. And of course, you know, you can use punch bowls for all kinds of other things besides just punch. You know, you can fill them with candy for like Halloween. You can use them if you're having gatherings and punch isn't your thing, or you already have 8,000 punch bowls like I do. One could be a serving bowl for mashed potatoes or stuffing, or, you know, use it as a soup tureen. It really doesn't matter. There's so many uses for these. I'm sorry, it's so noisy. Oh my gosh. Jai is sleeping. They had to close last night. So I'm trying not to make a lot of noise, but the punch bowl isn't helping me. But anywho, there's just so many things that you can do with them. And this is the Jeanette glass, and it's their, I'll have to put it in the thing because I can't remember the name of the pattern right now. But love it. Okay. So that was all from Chloe's. Now I'll show you what my friend got for me. This is an Indiana glass compote. Very cute. It's actually sitting on my counter, and it's what I put my garlic in. Super cute. Love that. Love, love, love. There's the pattern. So love that. And then yesterday we had a booth owner at the shop. We went to check the booth, our booth, and she's leaving the shop. Her and the owners butted heads a lot. I thought she was perfectly nice, but whatever. And so she was closing up her booth there. I don't know if she's gonna have another booth someplace else, but she was closing up her booth. So she had 75% off. And Roger spotted this. And it's just an Indiana glass head-on nest. I have a couple other head-on nests, but I believe they're much smaller. I don't remember them being this size. I could be wrong though, who knows, because you know how I do. But the detailing in her is just gorgeous, and she's really lovely. And look at that little face, so cute. So I love that. Normally $14, we got her for like $3.50. I think that's how much it was. So yeah. And these actually, like, I looked online, and for the condition that she's in, anywhere from 24 to 36, just, you know how milk glass is. And I know I've had people that say, oh, well, you know, that's stupid. You know, nobody would pay that much for milk glass. It really is regional, and it really is condition. And just like if you look up, lots of people collect Pyrex, okay? Pyrex has been and still is a really collectible item, okay? So pair that with what Pyrex was available in different locations, even globally. Do yourself a favor and look up Pyrex Australia patterns. They had patterns that were released only in Australia and New Zealand that we do not have in North America. Unless you happen to have a family member or a friend that relocated from Australia, or you yourself have gone down to Australia and you happen to hit a couple of thrift stores or an estate sale and you got lucky. So you're going to find patterns there that are not the patterns that we have here. Obviously, those patterns in Australia probably aren't going to cost the same there as they would be here, because they were available there and not here. The same thing goes with a lot of the milk glass. When I lived in California, milk glass was really hard to find, especially since at that point in time I was only collecting the Anchor Hawking and the Fire King with the gold rim. It's extremely hard to find. Here in Oklahoma, it's common as dog dirt, like literally. So in California, I probably paid $10 for a bowl, because, you know, for like a big serving bowl, because you couldn't find them. It wasn't popular there. Now in Illinois, I could find that's where my collection actually began, because my grandparents lived in Illinois, it wasn't as difficult to find Anchor Hocking milk glass with a gold rim. So in one of my videos, I had shown my gravy boat, which is one of my unicorn pieces. And someone had a comment about, you know, that they wouldn't pay that much, or, you know, or that, you know, it never goes for that much or whatever. I've been selling for a long time. I grew up with parents that are resellers, and I subscribe to things like WorthPoint, and I'm really good at Google. So this isn't to bash anybody, but I also do my homework, and I also look into what's available. And yes, I can find a gravy boat on eBay for probably less than I paid for the one in town, but I'm also having to pay $12, $15, $20 for shipping. I didn't pay that much for my gravy boat. I would not pay that much for my gravy boat, which is why it was a unicorn piece for me. It's not because they're never seen or they're never available. They're just harder to find in my area at a reasonable price. So I think a lot of people, and they do this when they come into the shop as well, they will see something and they'll say, oh, I can buy this on eBay for $5. And I look it up. I'm like, okay, you can, but you're paying $3 shipping. Oh, because people don't think about the fact that shipping is part of the price of the item. Unless the shop offers free shipping, then look at that price. That price might still be a little higher because they're offering you free shipping, but they're really not. You're getting the shipping fee a different way. Sorry, my glasses have something on them. So all that being said, what I'm willing to pay for a piece may not be what someone else is willing to pay. And it may not be what you have to pay where you live. If you can find milk glass extremely inexpensively where you live, that is a blessing. Buy it up and sell it to the people that can't get it where they live. That's all I can tell you. I love milk glass, and I have a lot of milk glass. I truly do not pay much for my milk glass in general. I just don't. Here in Oklahoma City and the surrounding areas, milk glass is very inexpensive because it's plentiful. You will find some pieces that will still carry a higher price. Your Westmorelands, your Fentons, let's see, Westmoreland, Fenton, and there's something else that's escaping my brain right now that will still command higher prices just because of the companies themselves. And you have people that collect specifically those companies, not necessarily milk glass, but they will purchase whatever they can from that particular company. I think that's, you know, something that's true of anything. I think milk glass in some areas carries a higher price also because people are really into that shabby chic thing. People are also really into the farmhouse country. There's so many different factors that go into it that it's really kind of hard to delve into on just, you know, a quick video. So do your homework, do your research. If there's certain pieces that you love and that you really want or that you really think call to you, you know, figure out how much you're willing to pay for it and look for it. I know what I'm willing to pay, and I know what I'm not willing to pay. Obviously, I paid a little more for the gravy boat because I really wanted a gravy boat, and I've been looking for one for a long time, and I felt like $18 for that was not a bad deal, considering that I can buy it online for $10, $12, $13, $14, whatever, and pay twice that in shipping, because it's a heavier piece, and you want it to actually get to you safely. So I hope this helps everybody. I hope this helps, you know, if you're with you searching for those items. If you don't already have a subscription to WorthPoint, I would suggest it if you plan on reselling. If you're on eBay, of course, go to, when you sort out your filters, select sold. So you get the actual the sold prices, and then go with what it sold for most recently. I found pieces that sold for high dollar in 2012 and sold for very little in 2022, and vice versa. Things are trending, things are not trending. So just, you know, kind of keep all of that in mind when you're looking at different things. I didn't really find the gravy boat for $10 on eBay. That was my example. But I did find it for sold for more than that. And again, they had to pay for shipping. So anyway, before this becomes me ranting about that, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope this helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, of course, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Happy Halloween, y'all. And I will talk to you guys soon, hopefully. All right. Bye, guys.